It was a bone-chilling winter night, and the frost had painted delicate patterns on my windows. As I nestled in the warmth of my home, little did I know that the tranquility of the evening would be shattered by a harrowing experience that would forever haunt my memories. The soft crackling of the fireplace provided a comforting ambience as I settled into my favorite chair, engrossed in a book. The gentle dance of snowflakes outside seemed to create a serene cocoon around my house. However, this sense of security would soon be violently shattered. Suddenly, a creaking sound echoed through the silent night, interrupting the peaceful solitude. My senses heightened as an inexplicable unease settled in the pit of my stomach. I dismissed it as the house settling, convincing myself that my imagination was playing tricks on me. Little did I know, an unwelcome guest had breached the sanctity of my home. A sinister figure emerged from the shadows, clad in darkness, moving stealthily through the dimly lit rooms. Panic gripped me as I realized that an intruder had invaded my haven. The reality of the situation struck like a winter storm, paralyzing me with fear. Huddled in the shadows, I watched the intruder ransack my belongings, their cold, calculating eyes meeting mine in an unsettling moment of recognition. The thief seemed to revel in the terror they instilled, relishing the invasion of my personal space. As they moved with ruthless efficiency, the winter night outside mirrored the chill that permeated my soul. Unable to muster the courage to confront the intruder directly, I retreated, silently dialing the authorities as my heart raced in my chest. The seconds felt like hours as I awaited help, the winter night growing darker with each passing moment. The intruder, unperturbed by my feeble attempt at resistance, continued their pillaging of my home. When the police arrived, the intruder vanished into the frigid night, leaving behind a trail of shattered peace. The aftermath revealed the extent of the violation, and the once cozy haven was transformed into a crime scene. The winter landscape outside, once a source of tranquility, now echoed the desolation within. The harrowing experience left scars that extended beyond the stolen possessions. The violation of my sense of security lingered like a ghost, casting a shadow over subsequent winter nights. The lesson learned was stark and profound. The winter's embrace may seem warm, but it's essential to stay vigilant and safeguard the sanctity of one's home. In the aftermath, I took steps to fortify my home, installing security measures and becoming an advocate for community vigilance. The winter tale of that fateful break-in serves as a chilling reminder that even in the coldest nights, our homes should be a sanctuary. The true warmth comes not just from the crackling fire but from the security we build to protect the haven where we find solace in the face of life's storms. The winter night was unforgiving, wrapping the abandoned house in an icy embrace. Intrigued by its eerie silhouette against the moonlit sky, I ventured into its haunting depths, guided only by the chilling wind and the crunching of frost beneath my boots. As I entered the desolate hallway, a whispering silence enveloped me. The house groaned under the weight of forgotten memories, its walls echoing the stories of lives once lived within. The air was thick with anticipation, and an unsettling stillness hung in every room. My journey through the vacant halls led me to a back door, slightly ajar. As I stepped into the cold night, an unearthly sound drifted through the air, a haunting woman's voice, ethereal and mournful, echoing from the shadows of the overgrown backyard. My curiosity morphed into unease as the melodic yet disconcerting whispers grew louder. Navigating the skeletal remains of a neglected garden, I found myself drawn to the source of the mysterious voice. The moon cast an eerie glow on the barren trees, their skeletal branches reaching out like phantom fingers. Amidst this ghostly landscape, the voice became more distinct, carrying an undeniable sorrow. A spectral figure emerged from the darkness, a woman, her form translucent and swaying in the cold breeze. Her face, veiled in shadows, seemed to wear an expression of profound melancholy. The strange woman's voice wrapped around me like a haunting melody, weaving tales of lost love and forgotten dreams. The specter beckoned me closer, her voice a haunting lullaby that simultaneously chilled my bones and tugged at the strings of my empathy. Questions lingered in her sorrowful gaze, and the air crackled with a spectral energy that transcended the boundaries of the living world. As I stood in the presence of this ethereal figure, a realization struck me. The haunting voice carried the weight of unresolved emotions, a lament for a past left untended. The ghostly woman's essence seemed tethered to the desolate house, bound by the echoes of a life cut short. The night unfolded with a mesmerizing yet disturbing dance between the living and the spectral. The woman's voice wove tales of regret, longing, and the enduring power of unresolved emotions. The backyard became a stage for a poignant performance, a symphony of the supernatural echoing in the winter air. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, the woman's voice faded, leaving behind a profound stillness. The specter dissipated into the early morning mist, and the house stood silent once more. The unsettling encounter left me with a sense of introspection, contemplating the impact of our actions on the tapestry of existence. The moral lesson learned from that chilling night is a reminder that our emotions, both positive and negative, leave imprints that linger in the fabric of time. Unresolved feelings can become echoes, haunting the present and demanding acknowledgement. In facing our own emotional specters, we pave the way for healing and the peaceful transition of restless souls into the embrace of time's eternal tapestry. It was a bitterly cold winter night, and the wind outside howled like a pack of wolves. I lay bundled up in my cozy bed, seeking refuge from the freezing temperatures outside. Little did I know that this night would unfold into a bone-chilling tale that would haunt my dreams for weeks to come. The eerie silence of the winter night was abruptly shattered by a sudden creaking sound, echoing through the darkness of my room. I opened my eyes, my heart pounding, to find an unexplained chill in the air. As I struggled to make sense of the unsettling atmosphere, my gaze was drawn to a corner of the room where an indistinct, shadowy figure began to take shape. Fear gripped me like a vice as the figure materialized into a dark silhouette against the dim moonlight filtering through the curtains. I squinted, attempting to discern any features, but all I could see was a menacing presence shrouded in an otherworldly darkness. Paralyzed with terror, I could feel the room temperature dropping further, creating an icy tension that seemed to pierce through my very soul. The figure moved silently, gliding across the room like a specter. Each step it took sent shivers down my spine, and an inexplicable dread settled in the pit of my stomach. Panic consumed me as I realized I was not alone in that room, face to face with an entity that seemed to have emerged from the darkest recesses of my worst nightmares. I mustered the courage to speak, my voice trembling. "Who are you?" The room remained silent, and the figure halted, turning its featureless face in my direction. A cold, hollow wind seemed to whisper unsettling secrets, leaving me with an overwhelming sense of dread. It was a moment frozen in time, as if the universe itself held its breath. Suddenly, the figure spoke, its voice a haunting whisper that sent chills down my spine. "I am the embodiment of your deepest fears, the darkness that resides within your soul," it murmured. The words echoed in my mind, resonating with a sinister truth that left me grappling with the unsettling realization that this entity was a manifestation of my own fears and anxieties. As the night wore on, I faced a series of surreal and terrifying visions, each one more unsettling than the last. The figure seemed to feed on my fears, growing stronger with every passing moment. It became clear that I had to confront and overcome the shadows that lurked within me if I were to escape the clutches of this malevolent presence. With newfound determination, I summoned the strength to banish the dark figure from my room. As it dissipated into the night, the room gradually warmed, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. I was left alone, shaken but enlightened by the harrowing experience. The moral of this chilling winter tale is a reminder that sometimes our greatest fears are not external entities but manifestations of our inner struggles. Confronting and overcoming these fears is the only way to dispel the darkness that may haunt us. As the first light of dawn broke through the curtains, I realized that true courage is not the absence of fear but the triumph over it, a lesson I would carry with me long after that fateful winter night.